actually doing a little bit of work in our studio slash craft room slash sewing room, as we call the studio. Hi, Elmer. I'm in the middle of this project, and I wanted to show you a little bit just because I tend to get in the habit of working and then forgetting to record. So before I finish the project and take pictures and everything, I'll just kind of do a little tour for you guys. So basically, it's not done yet. This is the second bedroom in our apartment, and you know, we're like, screw guests, we're just gonna use the room. So right now I'm still in the middle of trying to like get all of my fabric in here from out of storage, and they're gonna go on these bolts from Joann and some other craft stores, and they throw them out anyway. I'm trying to find the best light in this room, basically. So anyway, so I like this light better. Okay, I think I do. So I'm trying to get it together. You know, I work during the week, so it's kind of hard to just do all of this all at one time. And by the time I actually get home, I want to sit down. So I'm trying to get better at managing my time and doing all of that. This little fabric canvas thing I got from like a tag sale last year, and that went above my sewing tables before, so I'm gonna put that on this wall. And then these two tables we actually built 2 years ago. Well, yeah, just about 2 years ago. We built those in our apartment. We didn't have a wood shop yet, and so I was like, I need some sewing tables if I'm gonna actually sew. And so we built these tables, and they're like amazing. They're out of pine, and so they're really light, but they're really nice, and we sanded the hell out of them. You see how like nice that is? So yeah, that took us like, I think a week with like total build. This sewing machine is I think it's the third sewing machine we bought. And then this is my serger here, and this is my big old beast. I favor leather work, and so this just kind of helps us like get through the leather and stuff like that. Anyway, and Elmer likes to just sit in here for whatever reason. And then this on my stand, my bust form there, that's a jacket that's gonna be for me. Actually, I have to start working on that again. I'm really bad at doing clothes a season ahead. I'm kind of like stuck in the same season, and before you know it, the season's over. So then I have to end up like putting the project on hold, and that really sucks. So I'm trying to get better at moving a season ahead. This project though, you know, obviously, you know, you gotta make the money. So I put my projects on hold, and then I kind of do projects for other people. Like, I have a lot to do. I'm just like, you know, there's not enough time in the day, but suck it up. This is gonna be I haven't put the height back up on these. I just kind of collapsed them before or whatever. But this is like shaped kind of like me. So it's my little poochie here, and little boobs and stuff, which is kind of cool, and kind of sad because it's kind of like, oh, okay, I gotta add padding. This is gonna be actually a moto jacket, but it's gonna be in camo. And so here's the camo. It's gonna be a camo jacket, but it's gonna be in a motorcycle style, which I'm excited about. So I need to like get it done so I can actually wear it in the fall. And then this is like my client bust form for my clients who are smaller than me. And then I can also adjust this if, you know, there's someone bigger or smaller, whatever. But this is mainly mine, and that one's for people. I haven't got a guy's one yet because I kind of just go based off of the man. I just kind of measure the man first, and then I do their sizing and all of that stuff. You know, not a whole lot going on at the moment. I'm just still kind of setting everything up. So yeah, so hopefully I'll have some more stuff to show you guys in a little bit. So stay tuned for that. So back to sewing. So I finished pressing all of the straps, so now I need to sew them together, and then put the sides together and put the pockets in. Everything I make has pockets because I love pockets, and I think everyone should enjoy pockets. So little babies can have pockets too. And I started making baby clothes because they're actually really fun to make because they're little tiny, and you know, you don't need that much fabric. But there's also really fun, cool stuff you can make, and so I really enjoy it. I had to open the blinds because I love light, lots of light, natural light. I have on lights in the room, but I prefer natural light to fluorescent. But anyway, so I started sewing officially like 4 years ago. And I only started because my boyfriend was into making leather like book bags and things, and he was actually making his grandmother a purse, I think, because he really wanted her to have this purse, and so he made her a leather purse, and it was like during Christmas time or something. So he started doing that. We went out and bought a sewing machine, and I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, this is cool. And then I remember thinking back to when my mother used to sew clothes, and my grandmother sewed clothes. And so it was something that I was never really into. And I was like, who does that? Who sews clothes? And then of course, you know, it becomes popular because everybody wants to be on like Project Runway and all these other shows. And so I still wasn't having it. I was like, I don't want to do this. But once he started making the leather goods, and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. Then I actually started getting into it a little bit, and the first thing I ever made was like a skirt. It was like a one seam skirt, and it was summertime, and I was like, okay, this is really cute. And I got to pick the fabric, and I got to, like, you know, do it myself and cut it myself and all that stuff. And so that's how I got into it. And then my grandmother passed a couple years ago, and she had a sewing machine, like some old vintage sewing machine, and so that was the one thing that I got to keep, which was nice. And it's in storage right now, but I'm gonna put it on a display like in here in honor of her. We've upgraded to a lot of sewing machines. So we first bought like a Singer from like Target, and we were working off of that, and then we were like, oh, this isn't cutting it, so we got a Husqvarna Viking machine, which is like a smaller one. I think it was like an Emerald. What's this one? Opal. So I think it was like an Emerald, and it was like one of the cheaper ones. And cheap is relative because Husqvarna is not cheap. So it was the cheapest of the sewing machines there. And so then we worked off of that for a little bit, and then I actually started getting into clothing. I was also doing like clutches, like little clutch purses and things like that. And so a lot of our friends would buy those from us. Thank you guys. And so started doing that, then started getting into clothing. And then, you know, when you're in a relationship, you know, and there's this thing called love, right? And so you gain weight. And so I found myself, you know, maxing out of a lot of stores. And so unfortunately I had to learn how to make my own clothes because I was like, this is ridiculous. So a lot of the little shops that I used to go to, I couldn't go to anymore. And that's still the case because, you know, life happens. I have, like I said, a lot of projects coming up. Even personally, I just have stuff that I want to make. I'm into outerwear. That's my thing. So if there's a coat, I want to make it, I want to wear it. And so that's kind of I've been on that kick for a while. I wanted to do a swimsuit line, like an official swimsuit line, but there's still some things I'm like kind of fleshing out with that, so I don't know how that's gonna go. Probably not this summer, obviously, because summer is like half over already. Now I'm also getting into a little bit of menswear, and so I think it's kind of a slow build. It's kind of like, you know, obviously one thing at a time, because I can't just up and quit my job, but I think that it allows me the flexibility, which is great, to do the things that I love to do still. And so, you know, I edit all day at work, and then when I'm here on the weekends, I'm able to do and stay creative. It's not work really. It's kind of just an addition to the creative stuff that we already do, but we also have to get in the shop and give you a little shop tour of our wood shop I can't say that I know any black woodworkers, but that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna do a shop tour of our wood shop. That's in Port Chester, and so we have this little space that we converted, and it's really cool. We're looking for a bigger shop, and so hopefully we'll be able to upgrade, because you know, we're trying to build a couch out of it. It's only 208 square feet, so we're gonna see how that goes. It's a work in progress. I think we're having fun with it, so that's the most important thing. And then hopefully we can just upgrade our life and upgrade all the things that we're doing, so that once we do get into a position where we're like, yes, the perfect shop, the perfect this, the perfect house, then we'll be set and good to go. So alrighty, let's get to sewing. I'm gonna end this video here, otherwise it'll be 30 minutes, but thanks for checking out my studio. There will be plenty more where that came from. I'm gonna try my best to multitask and give you more videos like this. If you do like these types of videos, please let me know in the comments. Also, it would be great if you give this video a thumbs up, and please make sure to subscribe so you know when we post our videos. See you next time. Bye!